Mic check. Mic check. Cool. All right. Things look fine, I guess. Hey, everybody. Sorry, I took an extra minute. I was working on a make myself a cup of coffee because it is a cool, rainy day in the Pacific Northwest, and a nice pour-over cup of coffee sounded like a nice treat for my stream today. So, if you'll indulge me. Not bad. Hey everybody, I'm Joshua, and this is the lunchtime Delver stream. So I've been, I guess, trying to do my best to stream every weekday until Delver is done. So that's what this is all about. Usually I do other projects here sometimes, but yeah, we're just gonna stream Delver till she ships, which is hopefully sooner rather than later. So yeah, I'm Joshua. I am, I guess, one half of the Delver development team. We could do this. Boop, behind my head here is http:// or / delvergame.com or delvergame.com, however you want to get there. Yeah, we are a procedural dungeon crawler with fantasy first person and roguelike elements. We are an early access on Steam. We're available for purchase for $7.99. If you want to support us, that would be greatly appreciated. But if you want to wait until we release the 1.0 product, I get it. I get it. Cool. Also, if Humble is your jam, we got a Humble widget. But again, you get a Steam key because that is the most up-to-date build. At the top of the stream, I am answering the question about our other platforms. I do this every stream, so please be appraised that once we release the final version to Steam, we will then update our existing platforms, which specifically or by name is the Humble build and the Android build, to the final version, and we would love to get an iOS build out there. But that is a future Chad and Joshua problem. Yeah, so again, I said I'm half of the Delver equation. I do the art, the 2D, 3D art. I do some level design, do some programming. I mean, we're a small team. So we wear a lot of hats. We do this in our free time, and we do this with no budget. So we're trying to make the best thing that we can. It's a passion project. We've been working on it, 4 or 5 years, and we're trying to finish it up. Hey Bluestone, hey Remake XD, hey Dr. Kegel, thanks for resubscribing. I appreciate that. Yeah, that reminds me, is I am a Twitch affiliate, which is a thing. So if you'd like to subscribe, I would appreciate that. I kind of consider it like a tip jar, and yeah, I don't make a lot of money off of it, but it's just a way of indicating people's interest. So if you think what I do is cool, or you want to see more of it, feel free to subscribe. Cool. I think that's enough of me pimping myself out, talking about the game. Let's get to work. Let's do a get status. I think I'm up to date. I think, ooh, did I not? I guess I didn't push out my changes yesterday. Hey Tengu. Cool. Okay. Yeah. So yesterday, at the end of the stream, we were moving all of the zombies into the cave area, which I think is cool. We also added enemy spawns via the gen info objects for the cave area, so we can play with enemy density a little bit that way. And let's just get on the top of the stream. Let's go ahead and play some Delver. So if you are new to Delver, you can kind of see with your own eyeballs what it's all about. And I'll be playing again, as I guess lately, with the game controller, just to make sure that is a good experience. Because it is new to this update. We've taken some time to improve the controller code. Let's go here and let's start a new game. Let's go K and die. I'm almost wondering if you should also drop your left-hand item when you die, but that is a very small nitpick. It is not a. It is nowhere near the bar. Meets the bar for fixing. Yeah, so this is the Delroy Campsite. This is where you start after you die, and you are starting a new run. This is the campfire, has some folks to talk to, has my doggy, so you can give him a good pat for luck, and then let's head on down into the dungeon. It is cheat down there. Again, the biggest part of this update is a revamped dungeon area, so the art is got a facelift. We got some new the rooms got touched up. New doodads make it look nice and pretty. Try to rework some of the rooms that were problematic. And it should just be a better experience, like out of the gate, because the first 15 minutes is important to the game. So then here is the caves. Am I stuck on something again? Yeah, I think what I want to do is I need to change the floor text there. So maybe that's something we can do right off the bat, just as a cheaty way to get around that issue. Cool. I think these have like a 35% chance of having a zombie in them now, which is cool. It's a slight change. Okay. Which I guess is tough because in some situations you have to knock them open. But yeah, I'm kind of curious. I should get one eventually. I'll just keep pushing my luck. Huh. I'm not getting any, which is strange. Oh, there we go. I guess, I mean, it is not outside the realm of possibility to get like, oh, it's a firebomb and I'm on fire. Oh no! And there was a crash there. What was that all about? Actor is status effect active. So we got a null reference exception here. Okay. 326. So that's curious. So status effect on enter. Add status. If this status effects equals null, return false. So status effects, this array was not null. So we were going through the effects in here. And so this is a thing being passed in. Because here we have a status effect area, tick, and on enter. And then this is the effect. So this shouldn't be null, but I'm curious if that was. I noticed that if you walk and then open the map, the game pauses, which is normal. But if you still hold walk and close the map, you stop walking, which is a bit annoying. I don't know. I think that's kind of an edge case, maybe. I'm trying to think of why. Why would this be null? Or this be null? Effects. If effect is null, return false. Put a breakpoint here. See if I can recreate it. So something like, I think I was on fire while I was in a... Actually, I could probably recreate this better in the editor. So let's just go to the editor and do that. Because you can manually place status effect areas in the editor, so I can create a... I'll just worry about it. I worry about it being a timing thing. And did I actually run this in debug mode? I did. Okay. So if we add a entity, light, ambient, make it big, and then let me make the floor something different so we can tell what we're doing. So sure. Okay, so place entity areas, status effect area. And this one will be burning. And this one will be poison. How about slow? Okay, so the effect of this should be is like enter here and I get a timer for slow. I think stop on exit true and particle effect false. I think that's the default setup for the webs, so you can walk into them and they're slow. This one should set me on fire. Yeah, it does. Again, I wonder if we should have a more aggressive effect for that, because right now it's not really... One. Yeah. Oof. So that must have been a really crazy edge case. It was gonna bug me if I can't repro it. Yeah. I mean, I could wrap it with I could just do this here, right? So, if effect equals null, I can do a continue. That should make it safer at least. So what happened was it was applied. So I think I had died as I entered a status effect area, and it was checking to apply the status effect is what it was doing when I died. So here what I'm doing is if the effect is null, continue, and if SC equals null, return false. Again, that should just make it super safe so we can't throw from here. We shouldn't anyways. Let me just check that in real quick. Cool. Yeah, so let's we were looking at so that also reminded me, let's just go ahead and revisit the I just want to tweak the start areas of all the cave exit or entrances, because the generator in the caves primarily relies on the ground tile. So the ground tile is, yeah, I just need to change this to something else. So hit G to grab that, and the floor texture cave. And if I just make it just something different, that's all it needs, and then it won't place something there, so you shouldn't be stuck when you spawn. Open 2, load. And so you spawn back here. G, and then make the floor, I don't know, mossy. As long as it's not just the vanilla floor texture, we're good. Then here, G, then the floor can be, again, just that small variant. File, open, number 4. Cool. And then, yeah, this one's not an issue because it is, the generator won't place stuff there. So let's go ahead and just test this out real quick. Let's just run through the dungeon. We'll jump down to the caves and make sure that we don't get stuck. Okay, so let's drop down. Cool, so there is that, and we aren't blocked, and there should be... Yep. Oh, poor zombie. Poor zombie with your head stuck in the ceiling. Or are you on top of the... No, you shouldn't be on top of that because you would squish those if you're on top of those. Let's go down a level. Yeah, nice. Nice, nice, nice. There we go. Cool. Okay, let's do a K and a die. Okay, and let's again jump down to the caves just to be doubly sure. I mean, I would love to hit every single start configuration just to make sure this is the case, but that may not be possible. I think I've hit 3 of the 4, so that's good. I guess I can't step up on that last. Ooh, luckily I deflected that last second. Very nice. Oh, defense is good. Takes damage off the top. There we go. Oh. Oh, is it not good? I don't think it's good. Yeah, take that bat. Let's go down. Ooh, and there. Oh man, jumped by a caterpillar. There's a poor little bat stuck in the corner. And yeah, that bomb should take care of everybody. Except for it freed that zombie. Which is all good. Cool. Yeah, and another touch Chad added is now bugs should leave blood decals. Which is a nice little touch. Cool. Yeah, no, I think things are looking okay. The older music pieces are noticeably quieter than the new ones. I'll have to give those a listen. Let's go ahead and I think we have some changes here. Yeah, so git add dot git commit -m tweaking cave start rooms. Oh, hey Simon, welcome back. What to do? I really should be doing this art, but it's killing me. I don't know, like the unique stuff is just becoming the slog now at this point in time. But yeah, I need to do it. Let's just make myself do it. It's it's work. It's going well. I was just tweaking some stuff from last time, fixing a few little things I'd missed. Let's look at, I think, unique, I think is what I want. Yep. Yeah, let's just see if I can clean these up and get closer to having, checking this off of my list of things to do. Okay, so I think my issue with these were I think the proportions of the handle aren't quite there. Hey, Chad. How the heck are you? I don't know if you saw Chad, but I recently I kind of shuffled some of the enemies around. So the zombies now appear in the caves, um, and the large spider eggs have a chance of spawning a zombie when you break them. But I think it's a 1 in 3 chance, or 35% or something in that neighborhood. Okay, so I think if I thicken up the whole thing, I think I should also thicken up the head of this too. So let me just try doing it dirty. Just duplicate it with a Control J, do a transform, put this all the way up here, and then just try to ballpark it. That's some really weird stuff you're doing there, Photoshop, with how you choose to upscale the. Try that. Yeah, that's another thing too about the Photoshop. Let's just all turn the interpolation to nearest so we get nice sharp interpolation. But even still, sometimes the preview and the result you get are different. I see like how it kind of jumped there. So yeah, do be warned. It is not a magic fix. Cool. Just kind of make sure these little rounded bits still feel round. I think what I ultimately want to do with that. Maybe back off right there, yeah. That might be okay. Again, just trying to keep the, like just trying to maintain the Delver proportions across these new assets. Hey, Tajani, hello. Yeah, so if I just thicken this up, what does it look like? Yeah, the zombies are only in the cave sake, and I guess I would make the so Chad says, are the zombies in the caves only now? We might want them in both areas for diversity's sake, but I would make the argument that having them in both areas makes it less diverse. So yeah, and also I was going for storytelling bits where all the people are alive in the first few floors, and then all the people are zombies in the next few. We could add them as out-of-depth monsters using the alternate monster thing. I could create a new theme with zombies and stuff in there, and then the dungeons could pull from that. I'm just playing around with just with some of the stuff, because also introducing the poison status in the first area is kind of, I think, a little harsh. Maybe not too harsh, but still it is tough. Mm-hmm. Uh, ba, 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 ba. We'll see. I think once they get rendered out, they might feel a little thinner with the selective outlining. I think I need to raise that and then put, yeah, let's do that, and then my brush, and do that. Do I use a graphics tablet to draw? Yes, I do use a graphics tablet. I recently purchased a brand new Wacom tablet because previously I was using a 10-year-old one, and I had it finally had worn out to the point where the pin wasn't really even usable anymore. So I was forced to get a new one. Because yeah, I think that I mean, while you can do you certainly can do art with a mouse, I think your stroke quality is way better with a tablet. And even in pixel art and stuff like that, I think stroke quality is an important thing to consider. Because you know, like a lot of times when I'm starting out a piece and I'm just doing like loose sketches, it's nice just to have these nice curves I can kind of quickly get. That's not as easy to do with a mouse. And then yeah, I might want to thicken up these little cross pieces as well. So let me just try this side first. I could just do something like this, and then add a row down here, and similarly here, like that. I think that still maintains the same kind of idea. Oh yeah, and I also need to extend it out one, it looks like. There we go. Cool. Yeah. I think, yeah, I did create a new layer to work on, but I ended up not working on it. So let me just do that. Let me flatten these out. And I'm thinking this is going to be bone. I think there's like is there a heretic or hexing weapon that has that? Kind of, yeah. But all just kind of weird staff thingies. So yeah, that makes sense. Oh yeah, the hell staff is kind of what I'm thinking, I guess. Maybe. Maybe. I'm over here. I'm sorry. Hell staff. Yeah, kind of like that. But the hell staff has like a big old skull in the middle, where this one does not. Again, I love Heretic and Hexen. Uh, but I want to have a reference to that being too overt. Simon says, "Why am I drawing the weapons at a 45-degree angle? Why not straight up?" So I think the cheap answer is that's what I inherited. So that's how Chad, or Cutting in there, and chat initially implemented them. But also I think too is by drawing them at a 45, you get 44% more real estate, right? Because these are just because the whole like the diagonal of a square is longer than the side, so you just get a little bit more real estate to work with. Yeah, because otherwise you could do it, right? You could do something like let's grab our friend Dusk here. We rotate 45, and then we have to shrink it down. Sorry, so rotate, and where's my handle for? No! Control T, rotate, and then why is it not? Weird. So it's not wanting to respect constrain. Let's do that, and then Control T, then shrink it down to fit. Yeah, so that's what it would look like. So you, and then if I were to rotate it back again, it is effectively, like much. It's just smaller. Yeah. And you see a lot of other games use this as well. I think typically I noticed it in some, like I guess Minecraft is a big one, but like other roguelikes tend to do this as well. Everyone's sick. Um, are you all right, Fender? Cool. Let's just start throwing down some colors, right? Assets. Items should have the skull in it, pretty sure. Items. I'm just gonna lift the colors off of this piece. Again, I don't have a strict palette I'm working from, but I do try to reuse colors where appropriate. Yeah, so I guess let's make a new layer and let's just control click that just so we can constrain or make a selection and just kind of make it easier to paint within the lines here. Cool. And then let's just start with this tone. Throw it in here. There we are. And let's pick some of these bits out to kind of reduce some of our banding. There we go. Oh, the 45-degree angle goes all the way back to SNES days. Yep. That's it. Thank you for that that little tidbit, Chad. Appreciate it. Um, let's create ourselves a new layer because I think I want to do something like maybe just add some sort of something like that. Some sort of texture to the bone. And maybe underneath that another layer. I want to have a highlight. It kind of comes like this, maybe. I want to have it a little thicker on this one side. Okay, that works. And then let me go to this again real quick. I can control click this just to select those stripes there. And then I want to just paint over them with this purple color just to imply that they're receiving a little bit more light than say some of these other bits. Okay, cool. Let me just merge these down. And I'll throw a new layer on top of that, and I'll just try to clean up some of this stuff. Yeah, being four colors, there's not a lot to work with. I may introduce another color or two just to give myself some AA opportunities. Like it would be nice to maybe have some color that spans this purple and this purple and this pink. Something like maybe there, and then down there. If I were to try to put it there, that may work. Let me real quick on top of my layer stack, I'll throw in a hue saturation, just turn the sat all the way down just to make sure that it is in fact the value is about where I want it to be. So if I were to zoom in here, and if I were to say color pick this, there, wait, oh no, where's my here? Is it not sampling all layers? Yeah, there we go. So there. Yeah. I'm trying to see, like, I may want to pull this up just a little bit in terms of value. We'll see. And this is the skull, I think. Is this the, yeah, that's the, okay. Just select this real quick, and I'm gonna edit the lightness value on this without even looking at the color version, just to make sure the values kind of gel. I'm just gonna pull it up just a touch, I think. Okay, so now if I were to color pick it, I think it maybe spans that distance a little bit better, and then we turn the hue saturation layer off, and I think it works out okay. Are you going to add more goofy items like Meowware or the Buster Sword? I'm not really going to add any goofy items. Folks have already kind of done that with mods. I want to say Mark Solly, who's usually a pretty regular viewer. I think he added a silly weapons, or at least he added the fish sword. So I don't see any need for me to do that. Just trying to pick little bits here and there that I think help the form read a little bit better. Wonder if I should also use this. No, that's all right. That's okay. Yeah, so let's just flatten this out, and then let's mirror it real quick, and then we can work on top of it. Yeah, so let's go down, and let's make a lasso selection like roughly like that, and we'll Control J, Control T. I think, what was it, rotated -90, I think was the, yep. And then vertical, transform flip vertical. That I can kind of just nudge it into position with the arrow keys. There we go. Cool. And actually, now that I look at it, this coloration would suggest that it is in fact a lightning sort of wand, because right now the lightning wand has this coloration. It's a bone, so maybe this being a bone is also, maybe it's some sort of lightning staff or wand variant. Yeah, just something to think. So I think I want to add a wood haft with maybe some sort of gold like hardware here to affix it together. I think that may look okay. So again, let's go to yeah, let's just lift this wood handle here, and then let's just paste it and then place it there. Nice. And again, like trying to get as much reuse out of, like, try not to do work I don't have to do. Cool. I think that's all that's on this, right? So I think what I can actually do is something like that. Merge that down, then Control Shift I, and then delete to clean that up. And I think I can just slam this underneath that. There we go. There we go. That's the wood bit. Okay. And then maybe on top of this, I can throw my gold layer and see what that's going to look like. Yeah, I was mentioning something like maybe like some gold bits here to kind of fasten on the. Here I'm losing that nice. Maybe I should put it on the inside of that here. Yeah, I'm worried this won't read, but let's try it. Okay. Yeah, I wonder if I just like that, and like that, and this kind of runs down the center. If I could shift click correctly. Then the highlight bits. And then these orange bits kind of call out what is kind of facing up. Could extend the bone down a bit and bind it on the handle. That is also a route that we could go as well. Yeah. Yeah. Let's actually. What I think I can salvage this. Let's try this. Let's just do. Let's do a Control J. Then we'll hide this one, and then we'll do a Control T, and then we'll rotate this. Say. 90. And then can I read something like this to imply just leaving the bone bits there? That could be okay. And then I could just correct where the, yeah, so this should be like that. Just correct these highlighted bits are hitting. Maybe add a little bit of depth like that. Chat delay. Looks like a butt wand. What do you mean? I don't see the butt. Yeah. Yep. Well, actually, my question is, do staves actually have pommels? There we go. But yeah, I think that looks all right. That's a good call, Chad. No, I appreciate the feedback. Yeah, no, I'm digging that. That feels all right. Yeah, the question is, are these wands or are these like stabs, or does it matter? I don't know if it matters. Okay, but I definitely am digging where this is all headed. So let me just flatten this down. And let me just keep on noodling. I think if I look at this wand, I think, yeah, the top edge is that purple. So I could, let me see if calling out the top edge in purple helps. Add a little bit of depth to this. If it makes it harder to read, I won't do it. Yeah, I'm not sure if it's helping or hurting, to be honest. Yeah, it might be all right. Interesting. I was going to ask you, Chad, about the spell effects for these. If you have any cool ideas or you find any inspiration for them, like I don't have any effects planned. I'm just kind of looking for cool shapes and forms. So if you want to jump in, and they should be hooked up. I think I just named them just super generic stuff. So there's bow 3, bow 4, and then there's wand 1, wand 2, wand 3, wand 4. I think they just have basic, like I think they're just I just copied the magic missile. But if you want to hook up special stuff to them, and you know how to implement quickly, yeah, go for it. I don't want a random spell wand. Yeah, no, yeah, like if you, again, it is if you have the time and the motivation to do so, feel free to, but it's by no means a demand. Okay, let's just merge this all down. I like it. Let's delete this layer. Let's save it. Cool, progress. And then now that we have, like, I don't think it feels too thick, hopefully. Let's spawn this in first person and just see what it looks like, right? That's always a test. Do it. Yeah, take care, man. Let's die. Alrighty. Look through all this stuff. Goodbye, Delver. Okay, so now if I hit K, uniques, wand 1. Sweet. How does she look? Yeah, it looks alright. It's not the worst thing in the world. And I think right now it is just the basic missile wand implementation, which is okay. We could get really retro with it and like rotate the plane to make it look like the heretic weapon, but I don't know if we need to. Nice. Yeah, it looks all right. I'm curious if I embellished like if this would look weird. Or if it would look cool. That's the question I'm always asking myself. Weird or cool? Hopefully I answer cool to that question more often than not. Yeah, and there's like this brown and this purple are way too close in color, and there's no contrast there, so I'm going to remove that. Or I could put that there and put the dark. No, let's just leave that there. Hey Javier, thanks for stopping in today, man. How are you? Yeah, I think the problem with that is there's already a dark bit below it, so yeah. Yeah, that might be okay. Let me flip it and throw it on the other side. Though there is something cool that's also just about I don't know, like horizontal, Control T, -90. Then let's just slide this over there and then correct the lighting real quick. It is very flesh colored. Entities dungeon. So it just depends. Like these are my flesh tones right here. So this is the Caucasian flesh tone. I mean, I guess it is similar. I mean, it tends to be a little bit more pink than orange, but yeah. Yeah, you see what you want to see, man. Pixel art isn't. You can interpret it however you want. Yeah. So keep these bits or don't keep these bits is the question now. Do they add to it or do they take away? Or I think somebody suggested maybe Tengu just adding a little bit of a little, maybe not a ring, but maybe a cap or something down here, which might be okay. So I think these need to be, that lighting needs to be flipped a little bit right there. Are there Easter eggs in the game? Yeah, there are. I think it's actually the same browns. There we go. That might be all right. I could probably live with that. Yeah, I think I do put a little. Yeah, this is basically just this pommel. That's all right. The horn tips are better in my. Yeah, I think so. I just wanted to add it. I just so my I guess my goal was to add a just another gold element. I felt like it was just missing that. Yeah, I think it's all right. Let me merge that down. My question now is do I square off the bottom or leave it rounded or pointy? Rounded or pointy? That's fine. Whatevs. Move on. Move on. Stretch. Oh yeah, maybe just a tiny little bit of lighting there. Maybe not. I want to have a good bit of contrast in between the. Yeah, I'll just leave it. I'll leave it the way it is. I had some nice contrast between the wood and the gold, and I think that's important. Okay, now you, whatever you do, triple shot. My thought was having crystals of different types that do different effects simultaneous. Javier says, I go with the middle part golden. When you say middle part, so when folks say middle part, do they mean this? Or do they mean this? Tri-beam. Interesting. Actually, this reminds me. This reminds me of a weird, a weird bug in Quake. Because Quake has I guess the best, or the number 7 weapon in Quake is the Thunderbolt gun. In Quake, come on, images. Which is pretty cool. It is a 3-pronged lightning bolt thing, and the interesting thing about this is there's a weird glitch where the intention of the designers was it to actually cast 3 rays, one from each prong. But it turns out their vector math is incorrect for these 2 prongs. So they're still casting the damage rays, but they're way off into the they're just in non like areas you can't really reckon where they would be. But some people have figured out how to use them. So some speed runs involve people just shooting the thunderbolt at a specific point at a wall. But what's really happening is this other ray in the world is being cast and is hitting something, which I thought was fascinating. Yeah. The blue one, yeah. So folks are saying there should be some sort of fastener there. Yeah, let me see if I can find a link. Quake Thunderbolt bug glitch. Trying to think if there's a good write-up on it or not. Yeah, folks are saying the blue one is what they were talking about. I don't know if that's needed. I think it's fine. I think there's enough gold on it right now. Yeah, I mean, I was just thinking having multi effects would be cool, and I think that would be it might be easy enough just to make. So right now, wands, when wands are fired, they instantiate a spell object, and the spells are basically like of a few types. But I thought it wouldn't be too much engineering work to just make a spell type that just wraps multiple spell types. In my brain, that's not too hard to do. But you know, in actuality, who knows? Chad might be rolling not in his grave. He's not dead yet, but Chad might be rolling his eyes. Um, Actually, yeah. Sorry, just ugh. The urge to do pixel stuff is, or to like to infinitely tweak pixel art is hard to resist. Cool. The thing. Yeah, and I've basically been using gold to indicate unique stuff, but I guess my worry now is, so yeah, Simon's saying bone is usually whitish. The top part of the staff is fleshy, pinkish. Yeah. Um, yep. Yeah. Yep. I think I mostly have been using it as a transition color. So like here on this wand, it's primarily white with the purple like shadow core, and then this transition color for them has been the pink. I think I've also introduced it into like these bone bits a little bit more frequently. Like yeah, the whole shaded part of the skull is pink. If it was, I guess if it was a more like realistic rendering, it might be. It should probably fade to a brown color. So pull the hue maybe to like a yellow or a brown would be the more realistic. Especially desaturated it. Like that. And then again, the purples are cool, but again, it'd be probably more towards a green than a purple, and then darken it up just a smidge, I guess. Then pull the sat down, I think. Yeah. So that would be, I guess, a more realistic like coloration of the skull. But I don't know. I try to keep my colors pretty playful. I try to keep in mind like having like just nice hue shifting in my color ramps. Um, so yeah, so some of the stuff, yeah, it does look a little odd. Um, I could push the white more, but yeah. Let me just real quick. I can just do something like that and that. You just push the white just a tad more. Yeah, that may work. That may work. Um, if you posterize the wand down, you see the limited colors. It'd be cool if the staff and the rod were more. Hey Voom, if you watch the first opening of my stream, I address them every episode. But yeah, when we release the final Steam version, we will update our other platforms. Short answer. Yeah, it's fine, I suppose. Yeah, now I'm just fiddling with pixels. I don't even know if it needs to be. I don't even makes a difference at this point in time anymore. So Simon says, the swords have a really unique color look. The metal and gold stand out. Thank you. Yeah. Um, um, Posterize the wand down. You see its limited colors. It'd be cool if there's stuff. Head of the staff and the rod were more different, unique. I'm trying to think, like, posterization usually is a reduction of colors. I think these are only like maybe a dozen colors, so yeah, no biggie. Oh, and it is 1 o'clock, so I think I'm out of time for today. Thank you all for your feedback and for hanging out with me. I really appreciate that. Let me think. So I am Joshua. This has been the Delver weekdaily stream, where I'm working on trying to get Delver out the door. Finishing a thing is so hard. Starting a thing is easy, but finishing it, that is the trick. What else? Yeah, you can follow me here on Twitch or on Twitter at Joshua Skelly if you want to see what I'm up to. You can subscribe. I'm an affiliate, so that's a thing you can do. I consider it like a tip jar. I'm not going to get rich, but maybe I can buy improved equipment, maybe go to a conference. Who knows? But I appreciate your support. If you'd like to see what I do, if you think it's entertaining or informative, or you just want to see more of my weird stuff, please consider subscribing. I have 9 wonderful, lovely, and what's a good adjective? Upstanding subscribers, in no particular order. They are Codrake, Glass Casket TV, Dr. Kegel, Smith, A Literal Train, Nixrod, Fifth Elephant, Neil Slichter, and Louis Carl Actual. Thank you, folks, for supporting me and all the things that I do. I will be back tomorrow with another Delver Week Daily stream. I think tomorrow's Friday, right? Today's Thursday, right? Yeah, so I'll be back. So yeah, I will see you folks in the immediate future. Right, take care, everybody.